Alright, welcome back to another video, and this one's been long overdue. As you can see, I bought the introduction to the kind of start collecting Lieges of Votann. Comes with the cover and then the rest of the box. So we're going to do a bit of a review on this and kind of go through the contents of this kit. So this guy was $240 Canadian plus tax. Looks like it comes with 25 guys. A limited edition Codex as I rattle around and turn my sprues. Comes with data cards, came with a cool little poster which is double-sided, got some cases. We have the limited edition Codex. Got a board of tokens. The rows for assembly. And 2 transfer sheets, which these kind of look Japanese in a way. They don't look very runic in my estimation. But I think today we are going to focus on the Codex. Very nice art. Skies Dakaran as the immense void ships of the kin settle into orbit, dark shapes spread grow. Excuse me. Dark shapes streak groundward as rain of military landers and dropships bear the kinhost to war. Their armored spearheads strike hard and turn. Hekaton. Hekaton land fortresses smash through barricades and over obstacles as enemies fire rebound harmlessly from their skulls. Lightning vehicles around the flanks or focusing heavy weapons on enemy strong points to strip away the outer defense as teleport signatures flare and hatches slam open. The Kinhost's infantry surge into the fight, and the storm of fire redoubles. Moving with units of purpose, the Kin assess the elimination threat. Searching beams of energy born through fortifications and vehicle hulls. Squads of Hearthkine advance relentlessly, hammering bolts, rounds, and plasma blasts into anyone foolish enough to bar their path. Chthonian berserkers and heavily armored Hearthguard storm into finish their foe at close quarters. Soon enough, nothing remains but the prize that the Kin came to claim, and the scattered bodies of those who sought to stop them. Lieges at war. For thousands of years, the lieges of Votann have exploited the riches of the galactic core and overcome the perils of that tumultuous region. Over the millennia, they have battled many of the galaxy's races, and sometimes traded with or fought as mercenaries for others. Now, as a galaxy convolutes in the grip of the Great Rift, they face new challenges and new war. The Kin are squat, powerful, built humanoids. They dwell in vast numbers within the galactic core. They, being not so populous as the teeming humans, but far better established than the Ascent Tau or dwelling Aldari. They are a clone race. Each generation emerges from machines known as Cribbles, which dawn upon vast banks of genomic data to produce a stable and varied population. Their numbers are further augmented by the Ironkin, machine intelligence clad in mechanical bodies that are dedicated to aiding their flesh and blood flow to the kin. The Ironkin are equal and valuable members of their star-faring society, both in time of peace and war. Few species in the galaxy can match the kin for resistance of body, mind, and spirit. They are indefiable. Excuse me. Let me try that again. They are indefatigable, but also highly conservative. It takes a great deal to change their minds, and those not of their species stand little chance of doing so. This makes the kin implacable enemies. It also makes them valuable allies. But securing their aid is no easy matter. The kin look to their own familiar duties and obligations first, and ultimately to survival of their race. If only deemed the motivations of others to go against these particular interests, then they are more likely to become foes than friends. A race whose earliest origin lie aboard void-born mining fleets. The kin have an unforgivable moral code, a filter changed late, a weak seam missed, a water tank left leaking. These and a million other minor lapses can spell disaster when voyaging through the immortal void. Immical void? Anyway, sorry. Equally to overlook valuable resources, look away with a stellar body, asteroid fields of particulate belts can leave a ship without the raw materials required to effect repairs or to full fuel systems. When waste, laziness, or even simply error can spell death for all aboard, these become the worst of sins. For painful experience as emerged the rugged survival culture of the kin, who find strength and unity in the endless quest to acquire the resources their kindreds need to endure. It is the apparent acquisitionist acquisitiveness that has caused many other species to judge the kin only harshly as selfish hoarders. Kindreds and leagues, all kin, barring only rare outcasts, belong to the kindred. These are groupings somewhat between extended families and close-knit nations, and vary in size from a few dozen of kin up to many thousands or even millions. All kin in the kindred have spurned from its crucibles, and thus share a genetic bond stronger than alliances of any flag. They usually live, trained, and toil with their kindred hold, and not aboard among the stars for trade, prospecting, or war. The kin habitually load apparently simple terms such as hold with nuanced meanings, being disinclined to even waste words. Thus, while the term is used through the leagues of Votann, it can refer to widely different structures and locations. Some holds are fusions of fortifications, cities, industrial complexes, and strip mines, the largest of which many sprawl across or honeycomb beneath much of the world's surface. Others may be heavily armed void stations, chains of domes, scattered harvesting fleets, siphoning plants, riding the fridges of black holes, or even stranger marvels of technology. A kin can be a commanding force. Its hold must boast bustling cityscapes, in industrial and military powerhouses, and many massive void ships. Yet greater still are the lieges of Votann. Nearly all kindred are part of one or another league, proudly display their colors and emblems while sharing trade, military support, guild tariffs, and so on. Many leagues have existed for millennia. The Greater Thurian League, the Ymir Conglomerate? I don't know. It's a weird one. The Urani Surtur regulates. The Typhon on Styx protectorates, and others are established and ancient powers block. Some search as the ill-faced Capellan. Leagues have declined over the centuries, while others, like the Cronus hegemony or the Suran Mercantile leagues, are more recently established. At the head of every league lies at least one Votann, also known as ancestor cores. The kin believe these venerable things, machines, were created in a lost age of myths and departed their home would aboard the first kin mining fleet. The Votann were sent into the void alongside the kin to provide them with all of the wisdom and aid they would require. The nodes through which the wisdom flowed have now become the finest that lie with all kindred holds. The Votann are of incalculable value and importance to the kin. The millennia have wrought strange changes in these mechanical intelligence, rendering them ponderous and sentient. They yet remain all-known repositories of lore and treasured links to the ancestors of untold centuries. Kin who can communicate with the Votann are known as the Grimniar, or sometimes living ancestors, and are universally respected. Time's passage. Millennia have passed since the very first hold were established in the galactic core. The kin have been content to remain largely within the bounds of their strange region, which has long daunted many other races. Powers such as the Adeptus Mechanicus and Eldari and the workshops of chaos have forged inroads into the core of course. Some sought the incredible riches generated by the region's stellar nurseries. Oops. And cosmic phenomena. Others hoped to hide amidst its turbulent gravatic anomalies, or to investigate the dense asteroid clusters flung out from the accretion disks around the supermassive black hole at the galaxy's heart. Yet the core is a forge for stars, an immense swath of wild space within which the fundamental force of the universe rage. Many of the blasted ruins and the drifting void hulks that from the headstones of those who sought sanctuary from or fortune there. Such was not to be the fate of the kin, however, boasting physiology and technology seemingly tailored for survival in this perilous region. They prospered where others failed. Their Chthonian mining guild, where the hardiest of all